Now to do a guy like this, there's something you have to do that makes it a little more hairy. Now this one, I picked a pretty one first. We're going to do an ugly one after this one. Now in order to do this one, we got to first have a 1 next to the x squared. Otherwise we can't complete this square. So what you do is you group the x terms just like before, but we're going to take out the 2. So we have 2 times x squared plus 6x. Then the plus 5 right there. We're manipulating this so we can make it look like vertex form. Now we're going to add something to these x values, or these x terms, so that it's a complete square, a perfect square. So we have 2, we have x squared plus 6x, then we have our plus blank, that's what we're going to add, and then we have our plus 5, and then what else do we have to have on here? Minus, and this is where it gets tricky. Okay, so to find out what we're going to add to it, we're going to look at this. So that's 6 divided by 2. What's 6 divided by 2? And then you square it, so you get 9. Now that's cool. That was no problem. But what am I going to put right here? Now you think it would be minus 9 because you're not remembering that this isn't really a 9 right here. That is an 18. Can someone tell me why it's an 18? Because of the 2 right there. Because it's inside the parentheses, you have to multiply it by that 2, so you're really adding an 18 to the right side. So I have to take away an 18. Okay, does that make sense? It's kind of weird and different, I know, but this is manipulating an equation. I'm trying to get you guys to think differently here. So we have 2. We factor this. To factor that, there's a shortcut because it's a perfect square. I know it's a perfect square because I made it. This would be x and 3 squared. Is it a plus or a minus? It's a plus because of that plus sign right there. And then I'm going to say minus 13. And there you have vertex form for that guy. So what's my A? 2. What's my 8? Oh, yeah, my H. Nah, is negative 3. And then what's my K? That's negative 13. Remember, because over here with the H, it says minus H. So you got to think the opposite, whatever's there. So my vertex for this one's going to be negative 3, negative 13. And the A. Now, is that going to stretch it vertically or horizontally? Yeah, that means it makes it taller. You're going to stretch it from up and down. Okay?
Why is H negative?
So there's your vertex form. That's your answer. Now, let's get crazy. Okay, we're going to write this one in vertex form. Now, the reason why this one's crazy, if I took a 3 out of the x's, we're going to get a fraction. Okay, so here we go. Let's get hairy. All right, so we're going to take a 3 out of this, and this is what it would look like. If I took a 3 out, it would be 3. That would be x squared minus 4 over 3x. Because I have to divide both of these by 3 to get what's left over. And I'm going to leave some space for my plus blank. And then, let's see, it says minus 5, and then I have to have a minus blank because, whatever you add, you got to take away so that you don't change it. All right. So far, so good. Ask me questions. Okay, I wanna give you guys your goal in your head. Don't forget, this is vertex form right here. It is a x minus h squared plus k. All right, so far, this is what we got, and the reason why we're here now is because we want to make this a perfect square so we can have something that looks like this. Now, in order to find that blank, we got to take the b term, which is the x term. We're going to divide it by 2 and then square it. So you're looking at the b right now, and you're going, oh, heck no, right? So dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 1/2, right? So we're going to go 4 over 3 times 1/2, and we're going to take that, we're going to square it. So this is 4 over 6 squared. Now I'm not going to square that for this one right here because that's unnecessary. Let's just leave it like that. And then, but I'm going to have to square it for this one. Okay, now what is this one?
16 over 36.
So who said 16 over 36? That was pretty good. Because you went this squared and that squared, you got 16 over 36, right? But you forgot about the 3. It doesn't matter if it's negative, because if you square it, it's going to be positive. So you'll get the same answer both ways. Okay? All right, so
Simplify the fraction.
So this is what we have to do. Yeah, you can simplify the fraction. I'm just not going to do it yet. Okay, so we have 4 over 16. Oh, before you square it? Is that what you're asking? Yes. So we have 4 over 16, and then we have to take that and multiply it by 3 to find out what we're going to subtract. I know, you guys are thinking, what the heck? Okay, so this equals, I'm going to say 3 times 2 over 3 squared. 2 over 3 squared, that's 2 times 2, and then 3 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9. I have to multiply it by 3. What's that going to be?
12.
Now let's cross cancel. That's a 1, and this is a 3. So it's going to be 4 over 3. I get 4 over 3.
You simplify the fraction.
Alright, now the rest of it's downhill. Here you guys go. You get equals 3. And then we got to have this squared, and then, well, we have to add these together. So that's going to be over 1, which will be 3 and 15. So we have negative 15 minus 4, which would be negative 19 over 3. And what are we going to get on the inside here? We'll see the square root of that is just x. We have a minus because it says minus. What's the square root of this?
4 over 6.
Yeah, it's 4 over 6. But what is 4 over 6 simplified? Yeah, so that would be 4 over 6, and that would really be 2/3. And that is your vertex form. So that one's done. That was gnarly.